Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. I am back for more fun today and I'm going to double up on the festivals in this video. I've actually reloaded an older save state again. That's kind of been the trend. Going into year 4, I've been doing a lot of that, where we are now at the Sheep Festival. So we're gonna go ahead and take part in that first before skipping ahead to the present day, where I'm actually at in the game and taking part in the Horse Festival. So as you can see, it's very late into the afternoon on the 19th day. I made sure to make a save before I got too carried away. Didn't want to miss the festival. So we'll just go there right away. And once again, this is sort of a no contest because our sheep has a full 10 hearts and they won us the prize last year. A full 10 heart sheep is pretty much impossible to beat. I've never seen it happen. And I'm not entirely sure if our sheep is going to be available to help us next year. I will have to look this up to confirm, but I want to say that sheep only live about 4 years. They may live for 5, but either way, our sheep here may be coming up at the end of its life at the end of this year, possibly the beginning of next year, in which case our Squall here would be our next in line competitor. And I would be very sad to see Cloud go. It's our first sheep that we ever purchased, and they've been with us for a long time. I get some very nice quality wool. And it's very, very relevant for me right now that our sheep is called Cloud, because I have in fact been playing the Final Fantasy VII remake. So I have been seeing a lot of Cloud lately. And of course we win. Again. Fantastic. And if I have a repeat of last year where I'm going to repeatedly get yellow wonderfuls, I am quite literally going to tear my hair out. But fortunately that is not the case here. I already know what color we're getting. We're getting a blue. And I'm not unhappy about that. There are definitely some tools that I can use that blue wonderful in. A red right now would be really ideal. Probably the next thing I'm going to want to do is make my sickle cut in a 3x3 square just to quickly clear out some of my crops at the turning of each season. But as an example, I might actually go and put that blue wonderful on, because it will increase the range of our tools going vertically. So as I continued on playing, I didn't actually use this wonderful on anything. It's sitting in my cabinet currently. But just as an example, if you stack multiple blue wonderfuls on a tool, they do have some use. It's kind of a funky range we're gonna get with this combination, but this is basically what you get with 2 blue Wonderfuls and a red. That is not useful for me as much clearing out crops, because as you can see, the bottom 2 and the top 2 squares are kind of useless to me because there's empty space. I would really like a 3x3 square there, ideally, but this would be really good to clear out any weeds or anything that's on your farm. So it would be great just in the dead space you're not using. It would also be fantastic right here to cut the grass in order to get myself some fodder. And I think, as a matter of fact, using it with this combination of Wonderfuls would actually be much more effective than just by having a range of 3x3. I'm gonna go up to the rice paddy because now I'm curious. It might actually also come in handy for the rice paddy. Sort of, kind of, probably still better to have the usual 3x3, but anywhoozin', I'm getting sidetracked. We want to still attend another one of our festivals, but that's just to showcase that you can stack blues just like you can any other Wonderful, and to showcase what kind of range you would get with that. I'm now going to reload the save that I am currently on, where we're going to go to the horse festival. Alright, so 24th day of spring today. I've done all of my chores. It's still early in the morning. Before we head off to the horse festival, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this stack of milk into our yogurt maker. And that is going to give us yet another sunstone, which now means that we're only needing to get one from our butter maker and our flour mill. And then all of the sunstones that we can obtain from our maker shed are going to be completed, which is very exciting stuff. And I think I'll make a quick stop over on Animal Island, just so I don't forget. It is very, very easy now for me to make my own golden lumber, and buying the $10,000 tickets is really not an expense to me anymore with the amount of money that I have in my bank. So at this point, I've sort of given up on the monkeys. I haven't really been bribing them with food as much because golden lumber is really the only really useful thing that they'll give you. I've pretty much solely been just focusing on the ducks. I've just been giving up fish so that the ducks can go get stuff for me, because they do bring me bottles, they bring me pirate treasure, they bring me other expensive stuff like fish fossils. And then I can also use the fish for other things like cooking and gifts and whatnot. I will on occasion drop a food item in here just to build friendship with some of the other animals. The mice, for example, are good animals to get to know because you can get them to grab mining items for you, and it would be pretty sweet if they would bring me some of those super expensive, super rare gems. Before we go to the festival, I am going to make a manual save rather than save using a save state. And what this will allow me to do will be to reload before the festival and possibly change my odds of winning this festival saving using a save state doesn't actually sort of reset the game's memory in any sort of way, is kind of the best way that I can describe it. So you have to use a manual save if you want to change the odds of things happening in this game. Another good example where this is true is when you're trying to learn recipes. If you make a save state before you go to the cafe or the diner, and you just keep reloading that save state, they're going to keep failing every single time. But if you make a manual save and you keep reloading that manual save, eventually you will get a successful recipe. So, gotta be honest, haven't really been paying that great attention to my horse. It has 8 hearts, but I could have been a little more attentive. 8 hearts, we still have a good chance of winning, but there is also a good possibility that we're going to lose. I did a few practice runs of this, and I was kind of 50-50. We sort of want to aim for 15 seconds or better. And again, these mini-game events are completely random. We are off to a fantastic start. The horse isn't giving us much opportunity to actually speed up, but moving at a pretty consistent pace here. And 13-4 is a wonderful time. I'm hoping that'll be enough to win. That was beautiful. That was actually probably the best time that I got, even when I was trying to practice for this. So yeah, that's wonderful. We beat the second runner-up by about 1.5 seconds. And that was also with me screwing up at the end there. I accidentally pressed the button and made the horse go slower just as they were going over the finish line. But I am so happy I won, because not only do I love the sweet victory of winning, but we also get an Orange Wonderful. I will die on the hill that is marked, "You can never have enough Orange Wonderfuls," because you really can't. Obviously, at a certain point, yeah, you can have enough and you're not gonna need them, but I haven't reached that point yet. I haven't reached my peak of how many Orange Wonderfuls I want. And I did not win a single one last year through festivals. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna run with it. There is still lots of potential for what I can do with that Orange Wonderful. I think what's gonna be great is to take all the Orange Wonderfuls off of my tools that I have them on right now when it comes time to harvest our rice and our wheat, and to be able to get 4 or 5 times the amount of those crops through putting the Orange Wonderfuls on our sickle. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. I can't wait to have like 500 pieces of rice to work with. That's gonna be pretty sweet. So because I don't have a great deal more time in this video, it's getting on up there in time, I am not gonna do a comprehensive sort of update video. I know we've sort of been focusing a lot on just little tiny kind of micro updates and focusing on rival weddings and stuff more than anything. But I think I'll have a really good comprehensive type of update to do at the end of the month, which isn't too far off. I currently have some strawberries that I'm trying to grow for the crop festival at the end of the month. So I'm going to leave these strawberries in the ground, and hopefully we'll be able to get a good quality one that we can give to Felicia on the 29th. It is going to rain tomorrow, but it hasn't really been raining all that much. And the amount of stress that rain causes isn't enough that I think I'm going to bother to bring my animals inside. If you leave them outside in a storm, or you have 2 or 3 rainy days in a row, then yes, obviously you want to take them inside. But I've sort of been experimenting with this a little bit, and by monitoring the stress levels and just by looking at how the animals fare bad weather, it actually doesn't seem to be a bad idea to leave them outside in the rain if it is just one sort of rainy day, because by leaving them out in the sunshine the next day, you sort of, I guess it almost kind of makes the stress levels that you got nullified. You can sort of fix it the very next day. So I'm just going to sort of carry on from here. I don't have much else to do today. I kind of did all my chores before the festival, so I'm just gonna quickly run around and make sure that everything is done before tomorrow, and then from there I'll have, I guess, 4 days to play before the crop festival, and then we will do an update to see how we did throughout the entire spring season. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.